Meet two women. Both are exactly 78 years old. The first one is Maria. Last week, she booked a flight to Italy. She didn't ask for wheelchair assistance at the airport. She lifted her own carry-on into the overhead bin without asking a stranger for help. She takes 0 daily medications for pain. She lives alone, she carries her own heavy grocery bags up 3 flights of stairs, and her biggest worry today is which museum she wants to visit next. The second one is Elena, also 78. Her biggest trip today was the 5 painful meters from her bed to her recliner. She takes 20 pills every single morning: blood pressure, cholesterol, painkillers, nerve blockers. In fact, most of her pension goes directly to the pharmacy. She isn't independent. She can't go anywhere because her back gave up on her 10 years ago, and she is terrified that if she walks to the mailbox, she won't be able to walk back. You might think Maria just has better genetics, or maybe you think she's rich and has a private trainer. She isn't, and she doesn't. The difference between Maria and Elena comes down to one tiny, almost invisible habit. It is a decision they made 20 years ago every single day. New research for 2026 has just dropped, and the results are honestly shocking. We used to think you had to run marathons to stay young. That is false. The data shows that simply cutting your sitting time by just 30 minutes a day, that is literally one episode of a sitcom or a phone call to your daughter, can prevent up to 7.3% of early deaths. 7.3%, that is massive. We are talking about saving lives with a dose of movement so small you won't even break a sweat. I'm Olha Kozyk. In my years of practice as a rehabilitation specialist, I have treated thousands of Elenas. I have seen the MRI scans, I have seen the tears, and I have seen the loss of dignity that comes when you can no longer put on your own socks. But I have also helped those Elenas become Marias. Today, I want to talk to you before the pain becomes permanent. We have all heard the phrase, "sitting is the new smoking," for years. But honestly, that's lazy marketing. It's a catchy headline, but it doesn't tell you the truth. Sitting is actually sneakier than smoking. You don't smoke for 9 hours straight while working on a spreadsheet. You don't smoke while driving 40 minutes to the supermarket, but you sit. And when you sit for that long, strange things happen. Your metabolism goes into hibernation. The electrical activity in your leg muscles shuts off completely. You aren't just resting, you are signaling your body to decay. I see the comments from the corporate workers watching this right now. I know you're there. You're 46, you're an IT specialist, an accountant, or a lawyer. You feel like your spine is aging 3 times faster than you are. You're thinking, Olha, be realistic. My boss pays me to sit. If I leave my desk every 10 minutes to do yoga, I get fired. I have a mortgage. I hear you. I understand the pressure. Corporate employee left the chat, right? But here's the mistake most of you are making. You think the solution is a standing desk. So you go out, you spend $500, and you stand still for 8 hours. That is just as bad. Standing static leads to varicose veins, fluid pooling in the ankles, and lower back compression. The body hates being static, whether it's sitting static or standing static. The other massive mistake, the active couch potato. You think you can sit for 9 hours, then go to the gym for 1 hour to lift weights, and that counts out the damage. It doesn't work that way. That is like eating fast food all day and then eating 1 organic apple at night expecting to be healthy. The metabolic damage to your insulin sensitivity is already done. So, how do we fix this without quitting your job? The secret isn't exercise, it is micro movements. If you're stuck in a chair right now, and be honest, you probably are, do this with me. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Now simply pump your ankles. Lift your toes high, then lift your heels high. Do it quickly. Pump, pump, pump. Do you know what you are doing? You are acting as a second heart. Your calf muscles are pumping blood back up from your legs to your core. You are literally waking up your circulatory system without standing up. Your boss on the Zoom call won't see a thing. Next, the hidden spine saver. This is my favorite for office workers. Squeeze your glutes, yes, your butt muscles, hard for 5 seconds while you sit. Squeeze, hold, release. Do that 10 times. This stabilizes your pelvis and prevents what we call gluteal amnesia, where your butt muscles literally forget how to work, forcing your lower back to take all the load. And let's not forget my truck drivers and delivery drivers. I see your comments too. I'm driving 10 hours a day. I can't stand up. For you, the pelvic tilt is your best friend. While you're stopped at a red light, simply tuck your tailbone under, rounding your lower back into the seat, and then arch it away. Just 5 times. It pumps fluid into the discs so they don't dry out. Now, I want to speak to my seniors, or anyone really who is dealing with that sharp sciatica pain that shoots down the leg like electricity. I know the fear. I have had patients tell me they lost sensation in their legs and thought surgery was the only option. They come to me crying, saying, "I am 46 and I had to relearn how to walk. It is terrifying." But before you sign up for surgery, before you accept that this is just getting old, try the doorframe decompression. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need a fancy, expensive machine. You just need a doorframe in your house. Reach up, hold the frame with your hands, and gently, very gently, let your knees bend just a little bit. Keep your feet on the floor. You aren't doing a pull-up. You are just letting gravity create a tiny bit of space between your vertebrae. It takes 30 seconds. Do it every time you walk through that door. That tiny space relieves the pressure on the nerve. It sounds too simple to be true, but in rehabilitation, usually the simple mechanical fix is the one that works. However, I need to be real with you. YouTube videos are general advice. I am talking to thousands of people right now, but you have a specific history. Maybe you have a herniated disc at L4, L5 that triggers when you bend forward. Maybe you have a knee replacement from 2018 that changes how you walk. Maybe you have high blood pressure that makes certain head-down positions dangerous. Maybe one leg is slightly shorter than the other and you don't even know it, but it's causing your back pain. General advice can only take you so far. I cannot see your posture through this camera. I cannot see if your right hip is higher than your left. If you are serious about becoming Maria and not Elena, if you want to get off those 20 pills, you need a protocol that is built for your body, not the general public. This is what I do. I offer private one-on-one consultations. You can book a direct session with me through my website. The link is right there in the description below. In a consultation, I don't just give you a list of exercises. I look at how you sit. I look at your workspace. I look at your posture, and we build a plan that fits your life. If you can't get down on the floor, fine. We build a bed-based routine. If you only have 10 minutes a day, we make those 10 minutes count. We customize the mechanics to fix your specific pain. Stop guessing with your health. Stop trying random exercises you saw on TikTok that might actually make your specific condition worse. Go to the website, check the consultations tab. Invest in your body now so you don't have to invest in a caregiver later. And please, for the skeptics in the comments, I see you. No, sleeping doesn't count as sedentary time reduction. Nice try. And no, standing at a bar doesn't count as standing. But the choice really is yours. The latest science proves that we don't need to suffer just because we have modern jobs. We just need to break the pattern. 30 minutes a day of not sitting. That is the difference between spending your pension on pills or spending it on plane tickets to Italy. Which 78-year-old do you want to be? Do you want to be the one observing life from a window or the one participating in it? Start today. Pump those ankles under your desk, use that door frame, and if you're ready to get serious about your independence and want a professional looking at your specific case, go to my website and let's talk. Don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense health truths that actually work. I'll see you in the next video.